Hello and welcome to another video from Minus Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1998 release by Playmates from their Star Trek reissue action figure box sets. And this particular one, box set we're looking at today, is the 1701 Collector Series. And this box consisted of 3 action figures that were originally released in single packaging. And there was only 1,701 of each of these figures produced, and they were extremely limited and extremely difficult to find. Now, as years went by, obviously the collectors wanted to own these figures and were unable to because there was only 1,701 of each worldwide. So Playmates decided to reissue in this box set. So this is what we're actually looking at today. So it says Star Trek 1701 Collector Series. All figures equipped with their original galactic gear. And it says Playmates, warning, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3. And it's Collector Series, Special Edition. And this one is 000815. And it says 3 rare collectibles return for popular release. Okay, so that is the front of the box. Now, before we have a good look at the figures, let's turn the box around and see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the box around and this is what we've got on the back. So it says Star Trek 1701 Collector Series. NCC-1701 is the most famous ship's registry number in television history. In honour of that number, only 1,701 of these Captain Jean-Luc Picard action figures were produced. The phenomenal response to this highly sought-after figure inspired other limited 1701 series collectibles, including Yar and Barclay. In their original packaging, they are gone forever, thus preserving their value. But in response to popular demand, these 3 figures return once more along with their original accessories in this exclusive new collector packaging. And we've got Lieutenant Natasha Yar, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, and Lieutenant Reginald Barclay. Okay, I'm just going to pull the box forward and we're going to have a look at what this says. So we're going to look at Yar first. So she comes with her accessories, which were from the original release. And it is the isolinic optic chips, Starfleet Type 2 phaser firing, Starfleet tricorder, Enterprise phaser, and of course the Starfleet action base. And it says, Officer Lieutenant Natasha Yar in duty uniform, episode Yesterday's Enterprise. Profile on stardate 43624.2, the USS Enterprise NCC-1701 encounters a temporal rift that creates a parallel universe where the Federation and the Klingon empires are at war. Lieutenant Natasha Yar, killed in the line of duty 2 years earlier, still lives in the alternative timeline. To restore the proper course of history, Yar decides to return to the past aboard the Enterprise C. Okay. And then we go over to Captain Jean-Luc Picard. And the accessories that he came with was a drinking mug, dom hit stick, duffel bag, chess set, and of course his Starfleet action base. And it says, Officer Captain Jean-Luc Picard, episode Tapestry. Profile. After Picard dies when his artificial heart is damaged in an attack, Q takes him back in time 4 decades. They return to the day when, just after graduating Starfleet Academy, Picard is stabbed through the heart by a Nausicaan during a brawl. Picard must choose whether to repeat history or back down and live a safe alternative future where he serves as a lowly lieutenant. And then over to the last one, which is obviously Reginald Barclay. And he comes with his medical tricorder, personal access display device pad, Type 2B phaser, desktop monitor, and of course his Starfleet action base. And it says, Officer Lieutenant Reginald Barclay, episode projections. Profile. Lieutenant Barclay appears as a holographic Jupiter station program when the USS Voyager's emergency medical holograms begins to malfunction. Barclay claims that the EMH is actually Dr. Louis Zimmerman, an engineer on the station, and that Voyager was actually a simulation run amok due to the nipoplasmic radiation. To end the simulation and escape, Barclay tries to convince the Doctor to destroy Voyager. Okay, so that is the box set, as you can see. So, without further ado, let's turn the box around and have a good look at the figures. Now, unfortunately, I can't remove these figures from the packaging because they're all still ultimately sealed. And I certainly don't want to damage these because they are a very collectible series of figures. And they were obviously a limited edition run again. So we're going to look at the figures through the packaging. So first of all, we are looking at Lieutenant Natasha Yar as she appeared in the episode Yesterday's Enterprise. Now she comes complete with her Isolana optic chips and her Starfleet Type 2 phaser, which is obviously firing. You've got her Enterprise phaser up here, Enterprise C phaser that is, and you've got her Starfleet tricorder, which is here. And of course, just behind her is her display stand. Not a bad likeness of Natasha Yar, as played by Denise Crosby. Sculpturing is not bad at all, in actual fact, for a figure that is over 26 years old. And then the original release was I don't think about 7 or 8 years earlier than that. So articulation wise, yep, good articulation. So you've got movement of the head, the shoulders, the elbows, the waist, the legs, the knees. I don't think the hands or feet move, but otherwise good articulation, and you can pretty much pose her in any position that you like. So very good figure. Let's move on to Captain Jean-Luc Picard as he appeared in the episode Tapestry. And there you can see, now this figure is fantastic. The likeness to Patrick Stewart, who played Captain Picard, is brilliant. The sculpting is so good on these. It's truly tremendous for the time when they were produced. Obviously technology has moved on so much since then, but even then the sculptures were amazing. And he comes, let's zoom out a little bit, you can see he's got his duffel bag just to the left of him, and just to the right of him, above him, is his chess set, his three-dimensional chess set. And he's got his phaser. No, sorry, not his phaser. His Dom Jot stick, and also he has got his drinking mug, and he's obviously dressed in the old style uniform, which was the uniform from the episode Tapestry, as was Starfleet's standard uniform at the time, as you also saw in the movies with the original crew. Okay, so that is Captain Picard. And let's move on now to Reginald Barclay. Now, Barclay appeared in Star Trek Next Generation. He also appeared in some episodes of Star Trek Voyager. And he's also in a couple of the movies. But this is him as he appeared in Star Trek Voyager as a hologram. And he comes also complete with the same accessories that were on the original release, which is his medical tricorder, which I can't quite... Oh yeah, the medical tricorder is up the top there. His desktop monitor, which is also at the top there. He also comes with his phaser, his Type 2B phaser, which is this one here. And he also comes at the bottom with his desktop monitor. So he's got his tricorder, his pad. That's the other item at the top there is his pad. And of course he's got, just behind his head is the display stand. Now again, Reginald Barclay sculpting is fantastic. He looks very much like actor Dwight Schwartz, who plays Reginald Barclay. He's also known for playing Howling Mad Murdoch in the A-Team. But anyway, that's another story. So once again, good articulation on these figures again, good sculpting and very good and collectible figures. So how well did these figures do in 1998? Well, these box sets flew off the shelf when they were initially released, for the people that always wanted to own those 1701 figures, but they didn't really do tremendously well, which as a result they are now incredibly collectible and highly sought after, especially in this mint sealed unopened condition. And as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few of these, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody. I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we are shooting videos for, uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you'd be looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.